Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rabbi.
This week's parsha is Parshas Re'eh. In the 5th section of the parsha by Chamishi, chapter 14, verse 22, there's a pasuk, there's a verse that says as follows: Aser ta'aser eis kol tvu'as zarecha. You shall tithe the entire crop of your planting, shana every year. So we have an obligation that when we bring in certain income and certain growth, 10% is put aside for charity. The times of the temple, times of the biblical times, there were specific places where it went to. Today we do not have those ways of doing it. So today we give 10% to charity. So a person today is still obligated that when we have income, after your taxes, after your expenses, whatever you're walking away with, you have to take 10% and give to tzedakah. When you do that, you'll be blessed. So Rashi says, and there's a famous quote, Aser, give 10 for ta'aser. Really, 10 you should give. But Aser ta'aser, there's another word in Hebrew called Asher, to be rich. Aser, give 10, so Asher, you should be rich. You should be able to, your investment will multiply. So Rashi says, one of the classic commentaries says a very interesting thing. What was right before this chapter? What did the Torah just finish with? Right before this verse starts, it says, Lo yisavashel gedi b'chalev imoy. We have one of the places, there are a couple of places, it's 3 places as mentioned in Torah, the same words. Don't cook a calf in its mother's milk. And that's what we learned, that you can't mix milk and meat together. Okay? So what's the connection between not mixing milk and meat together, or cook a calf in its mother's milk, with giving 10%? So it says like this, Rashi says a very interesting thing. What does one have to do with the other? God told the Jewish people, don't make it for me that I should end up doing something like this, that I should be cooking the gedi, the calf in its mother's milk, or the calf while it's still in his mother's stomach, right? Because you're talking about a baby calf. Baby calf can also be in its mother's stomach. Can you do anything to the baby calf when it's in the stomach? No, you don't see it. But God could do whatever He wants. God could decide if the calf is going to live or die, right? It could be a stillborn, or it could be a life thing. So too, I am watching what you're doing with your money. I am watching what you're doing with your investments. You can say, oh, look at this. The crops, I come to my field, the crops are all there. I am going to make a killing this year, and I'm not going to give any miser. It's okay, God. I don't need your favors this year. I got it all covered. Hashem says, really? I can reverse things very easily. I could bring right now a wind that will damage all your stuff. There are all different ways I can do it. I can do it in past, present, and future. I can do it in many ways. So don't think because you're successful and because the deal looks like it's going through. Everybody said yes. They all signed off on it. That's it. God, I'll see you next year. It's good. It was nice knowing you. I don't need you right now. Don't think that's going to happen. If Hashem wants, He can, at any point, even after the deal went through, things can happen. There's a story with somebody that came to the Lubavitcher Rebbe. This was like in the early 50s. And he asked for a blessing. So the Rebbe asked this man, do you have your store open on Shabbos? He says, yes. So the Rebbe told him, you can't have your store open on Shabbos. We're not allowed to have a business on Shabbos. He tells the Rebbe, you don't understand. That's my main day of business and this and this and that. And he gives all different explanations why it's not going to work if he closes his store. The Rebbe says, look, at the end of the day, we have to do what God tells us. And Hashem is the one that runs the show. And so he says, yeah, but that's when I make so much money. Hashem says, so he tells him, what do you think? Hashem doesn't know that? You think the money that you're making on Shabbos is going to go for good things? You're going to end up having bills. Even after you made the money, it went into your pocket. I made the money. It's in my pocket. You could still have bills. You can have unforeseen bills. You can have things that can happen to you. So the idea is here, if we believe and we do what we have to do, everything works out. Whatever needs to happen will happen. And whatever is not supposed to happen will not happen to you. But if a person is trying to play games, Hashem is telling, look, you have to do what you have to do. If you think you can outsmart the system, go for it. But you could see from the verses before that Hashem could keep things alive or not things alive. Hashem has all different ways of doing it in past, present, and future. Hashem shall we should be inspired. We should understand that even when we're in a pickle, even when something's going on, don't think it's the end of the game. There's always a way that Hashem can help you. There's always a way that things can work out. May we be able to have that faith. May we be able to see it and to experience it and to enjoy it. B'karav mamish. Amen.